Welcome back to the Ratchet and Clank HD 100% walkthrough on the PlayStation 3, the trilogy. In this part we're going to Metropolis, planet Kerwan. Here we are at Metropolis, which is probably the most popular planet in the whole series of Ratchet and Clank. Metropolis always comes back and everyone talks about the Metropolis because it's like the big city of the Solana galaxy, which is the galaxy that we are in right now. Now we're going to go to the gadget and vendor, which is something I want to criticize because look at this, look at where the weapon is and the seller is. Those screens look terrible, but we've got a new weapon. The blaster, but yeah, the Gadgetron vendor looks a little bit strange here in the trilogy because those screens where the weapon is and the screen where the seller is looks terrible. That is something I just don't like about this trilogy. I don't think it's the best trilogy at all that has been released. I think it's one of the worst ones in my opinion, that's what I mean. But we got a new weapon, which is the blaster. This is probably, a lot of people say that this is their favorite weapon in the game. I can see why, because this is like a gun, like a normal gun that you have like in every game. I can show you how you use it if I'm going to use it now. Hopefully, I'm going to use it soon. Yeah, I'm going to use it soon so I can show you how it works, because you probably have one of these guns in like every game because it's very normal and it's very reoccurring in a lot of games. The blaster is just like a normal gun basically, like this, it works like this, like shooting like that. So it's a very good gun and we are going to use this a lot. We're actually going to use it all the way up to the final boss as well. So that is pretty cool, and that tells you that it's a very good weapon when you can buy it at the start of the game and you still use it to the boss battle, which is to the final boss battle, which is great. Because the blaster is one of my favorite weapons, but I think I prefer the blaster more than the blaster, and the blaster is actually the weapon that got available for us on Planet Valis, but we haven't bought it yet, so I'm going to wait a little bit until the next part until I buy it. So you have to wait a little bit more until I buy the blaster. But yeah, there's a lot of strange enemies here. There's those dogs, and there's Blarg, and there's other robot things that lay down bombs. But I think it's pretty cool. And here's the Blarg one, as you can see. And the dogs. You actually see these dogs later in the game in another planets, but then they're better, they say, but I don't see the difference. But time for a cutscene with Big Owl.
Ratchet, that's the man we saw on the infobot. Remember? He knows Captain Qwark.
Hey, you're that robot guy, right?
No, actually, I build robots. I myself am not a robot guy, per se.
Nerd.
I like him.
So, now that we've cleared that up, what can I do for you?
Well, we saw your infobot announcement. You were with Captain Qwark. We're trying to find Captain Qwark. We thought you could help us.
Your logic is commendable. However, I haven't seen Captain Qwark since we shot that commercial. Say, do you run on standard XP18 sister boards?
Version 7.66.
Back at ya. I may be able to help you out after all. How does a Heli-Pack upgrade sound?
Upgrade?
Natch. Since he's a 766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time. Of course, I'll just need my fee for service. Okay, this won't hurt a bit.
Hey, wait! Ratchet, am I cool now?
Yeah, you the man, Clank.
You're welcome.
So it seems Captain Qwark is not here, but we got something anyways, which is the Heli-Pack and Stop Talking Help Desk Girl. Basically in this game, Clank can get upgrades for himself, like this Heli-Pack, which works like this. this is very useful in the game. You're going to use it a lot. And you can use different things, the stretch jump. And then you can also glide, of course. And there's going to be other upgrades for Clank in the game, so don't worry, you'll find your favorite. But this Heli-Pack is my favorite of the upgrades for Clank because I think it works the best. Which is, a lot of people like the second one, but I really do not like it at all. But the Heli-Pack is really good. But here on planet Kerwan, we have 3 gold bolts and 3 skill points that we're going to get. We can get all 3 of the gold bolts in this part, but we can only get 1 of the skill points actually. So we need to backtrack here to get 2 skill points. Well, that should be alright anyways. We're actually going to get the skill point quite soon now, in a few seconds. Because, yeah, we can only get it now. We're going to get it now. And this is actually the first skill point that we're going to get, too. So the skill point is called a striker pose. You're going to glide down to that little robot thing on top of Big Al's robot shop and go between its legs. And then you will get the skill point striker pose, which is cool. There we go, skill point earned. 1 out of 3 skill points on planet Kerwan, 1 out of 30 skill points in the whole game. And that skill point is called striker pose. And that's our first skill point in the game too. So that's pretty cool in my opinion. But we are going to get all 3 of the gold bolts in this part as well, so you're going to see gold bolts in this part. But that, we are actually starting a new route now that we're done with Big Al, and this is kind of like the train thingy. This route is for getting an infobot, and as you can see, maybe there you can see trains behind the building. So we're going to go on a train, and we'll get more into that later, and I'm kind of getting a hiccup here, I think. That's annoying. And on top of these stairs will be Blarg guys waiting for us. But actually now we're going to get our first out of 3 gold bolt on planet Kerwan. You can see it over there. There's actually 2 ways you can get up here. You can go this way, or you can go behind the gold bolt and jump on some crates and get up to it. But there we go, 1 out of 3 gold bolts on planet Kerwan. And that's 3 skill points. 3 out of 40 gold bolts in the game. I'm trying to keep up with this because I'm not writing down how many gold bolts I've got and how many skill points I've got. I just kind of try to remember it, which is hard. So it's pretty hard remembering what I've got, basically. But that should go alright, I hope. Hope I've got good enough memory to remember that. Hope so anyways. And you can see all these suitcases and boxes and crates along here. That's because it's a train and people are going on a train basically. But if you go behind the crates here, you can see a wall of crates, and that means a lot of bolts. And we're going to destroy all of them. But I want to get on the top first, because on the top of these crates are some bolts as well, and some ammo and stuff. And I'm trying to get as many bolts as I can, obviously, because I'm trying to complete this game 100%. So I need to get a lot of bolts. But now we can enjoy destroying the war bolts here. And we actually get a lot of bolts out of it too, which is great. Because we need the bolts. We've only got like 4,500 bolts. That's what we got. So soon 5,000 bolts. Which is kind of cool. Now that we're not that far into the game at all. Because this is only part 3. And if you haven't watched the other 2 parts, go and watch them. And at the end of the train, you probably saw an infobot. That's what we're going to do now. We're going to make our way all up this train and get to the infobot. But there are some blargs waiting here, trying to take you out as always. They're always trying to take us out, but they can't do that because we're too good, I guess. I'm not saying that I'm good because I'm not good at all. But you need to be positive if you're going to be good. And there's one more of those robots that lay out bombs. If you walk into the bombs, they will explode and you will lose a man attack. But that's pretty obvious, isn't it? I guess you saw that coming. But at this side there are just some bolts and stuff. But if you move to the other side, we will find the infobot waiting for us. So we'll just pick up the infobot.
Greetings, Executive Chairman Drek. Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant. My sources tell me you're behind schedule. You must prepare this planet to be harvested for our new world.
Yes, sir. As you can see, everything is moving along as planned.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
Drek is destroying yet another planet.
Yeah, but if that's the kind of help he's getting, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You should not underestimate Chairman Drek. He is quite dangerous. We must find Captain Qwark.
Look, that lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
Now we got the infobot for planet Eudora, the logging site, planet Eudora. And it seems like we're going to go there and persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is. Which is cool, even though we're on a mission to find Captain Qwark. But now we're going to do the, well, third route on planet Kerwan and also the lost route.
Welcome to the Captain Qwark fitness course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the third island to complete the course. Good luck! Qwark Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
Excuse me, Captain, but we have more pressing issues. We urgently need your assistance.
Clank,
Yes?
do you notice anything unusual about Captain Qwark?
Well, I find the fact that he has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
And why do you think that is?
Possibly an injury incurred while battling evil?
This isn't the real Captain Qwark, you numbskull. It's a robot.
Oh.
That's something I've never understood about this game. Clank is supposed to be so smart in the other games, but in this game he's kind of a little bit stupid at some points and then he's very smart at some other points, which is kind of strange, but I guess they just made that for fun. But now you're just going to make your way through these challenges and these things. If you played Ratchet and Clank before, you're probably going to remember these buildings and stuff. But we're going to make our way to the third and last island, where we're going to meet the fitness trainer, and we're going to see how well we do on this. But this is very easy, and if you're having problems with it, you can do this with, after getting the Heli-Pack at Big L, because then you can use the Heli-Pack to do the thingies here. Only if you're having troubles though. You should be alright at this. And I'm hiccup again. That's annoying and strange. I never get hiccup. So why do I have to get it when I'm doing commentary? But yeah. Oh, I'm not going to do that. But let's meet the fitness trainer.
Listen up, you loudballs! That was the most pathetic display I have ever seen on that obstacle course!
What do you mean?
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
Oh yeah, but it was weak. Weak! When I was competing, I would devour courses like that for breakfast!
Bet that's not all.
If it were up to me, you would drill for the rest of the day! But somehow you managed to impress that fool Captain Qwark.
Captain Qwark knows about us?
He certainly does. And worst of all, he wants me to give you a prize for that ridiculous performance.
Cool, what is it?
I'm supposed to give you a swing shot, so you can sway to and fro like little insects.
Alright, let's see it.
Not so fast. Today the two of you disgraced my obstacle course, so I am going to make you pay.
But that prize is ours from the captain. That's not fair.
Too bad, life's not fair.
Sweet. I bet Captain Qwark uses stuff like this all the time.
Ha! Real men can swing without silly toys like that. The two of you make me sick.
Congratulations on your new GagaFashion swing club. Use it on standard Versa targets like the ones nearby. If the target is out of view, use the L1 button to leave.
I love Helga, and Helga is the fitness trainer, and she's so smart. Real man can swing without silly toys like that. Write that in your book, all of you men who's watching this video. I love Helga. She's such a bad girl. I love her. She's so fierce. But now you might be thinking, why are we doing this again? And we're doing this again because we need to get a gold boat, of course. You might have seen it when I was on the second island, but I want to do it now because I wanted to get the swing shot first. But we got the swing shot out of that, and apparently Helga thinks Ratchet and Clank did a very bad job on the fitness course. And well, it's quite obvious why she said that, because she's either thinking that they did it very bad, or she's very jealous. It's one of those things, and she wants to be better. Kind of. That's how it works. But get to the top of this little tower here, and then go over here, and you'll see an opening, and then you can glide down to this tower, and you can see that in the window, or the door there, or the thingy there. There's the bolts there, and there's also a gold bolt in the middle. So that's great for us. And a lot of the times in the game there are loads of bolts around the gold bolts, so that's great. But that's second out of 3 gold bolts on planet Kerwan. 4 out of 40 gold bolts in the game. So yeah, 4 out of 40, that's cool. 1/10 through all of the gold bolts now, that's cool. I keep saying that's cool. I should stop saying it because it's not cool that I say that's cool. But now I can take the taxi back to our ship, it seems. But keep an eye up here. You might be able to see that there's a swing shot target right there, and I'll tell you why that is. And that's because when they did this Ratchet and Clank game, they thought that they should make a Insomniac museum, and that's the thing where they keep the things that didn't make it into the game. They have that in the later Ratchet and Clank games, but they don't have it in this one because they changed their mind. So that was supposed to be the entry to the Insomniac museum, but they didn't make it anyways. But now we're gliding down here because we're going to get the 3rd out of 3 gold balls on planet Kerwan. So yeah, we're going to get all 3 of the gold balls on planet Kerwan now. That's pretty cool. And I destroyed a ship there. 3 out of 3 gold balls on planet Kerwan. 5 out of 40 gold balls in the game. That's... I nearly said cool again, but that's good. That's very good. And again, there's some bolts down here as well to get you some cash. But now we're going to take our taxi back up to our ship. because that's actually the end of Metropolis Plan Kerwan. We're going to backtrack to this planet another time to get the last 2 skill points, but that's the end. I hope I will see you in part 4, the next part, when I will go to Outpost 11, Planet Iridia, to see what happened to Skid McMarks and his agent. I'll see you there.